Were you born an entrepreneur or did you evolve into one? Right now, I want to talk about the entrepreneur who had to come from a different frame of mind, a different frame of life. And I'm talking about people who had a job, who had a career, and decided that this is not what is working for me anymore, and I want to become a business person. I want to do it on my own. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who were born into entrepreneurship. They just started from maybe the time they were 12 at a lemonade stand and they never stopped. They've just been building businesses since they were a kid. This isn't the message really directed towards them as much as it is the people who are either in a job today or had a job and moved into entrepreneurship, or maybe you have a job and you know that you want to be a business person, but you don't even know what it is you want to do. You just know that that's the lifestyle for you. There's a lot of different angles you could hit this from, but I want to talk about that mindset of transition, because there literally are two spheres of reality that we're talking about here. When you have a job, especially the career type that you've planned, and maybe you thought that you were going to be doing this kind of job or career for 20, 30 years, and then suddenly you've vaulted yourself into a whole new reality where that doesn't happen anymore. What happens is you create the work, you create the business, and it's up to you to go and find that work and pay yourself. And these are two totally different ways of approaching life, and they usually speak to different personalities. But as somebody who's gone from one to the other, from a corporate employee to an entrepreneur, I know that you can live in both, and you can transition from one to the other. And it really comes down to what's important to you. What are your values? Is the idea of having a business nice to you? Is it something that just seems like a great idea, but when you really think about the inconvenience of maybe having to work on your weekends or working in your evenings, does that turn you off? Or are you at the other side, like I am, where your business and living your passion was so important to you that it was just something you had to do? And that's what I think has to be. You have to reach a point where you have to decide that this business is something I have to do. It's not nice to do. It's not something I'm just going to think about. I have to do it, and if I have to do it, then I'm going to figure out every possible angle that I can spin to make this become a reality. And that's where you need to get. If you want to build your own business and go into it full time, how are you going to get yourself into a mindset of this is something I have to do? And if you get there and you have a job right now and it's holding you back, the fear of losing it is holding you back, once you get into that have to state, you're going to be able to move. You're going to figure out ways to move into it full time. For some people, it might mean that you start a business and you get some results that prove to you that this business is going to work. I didn't even wait that long myself. I started a business. I just knew that I was going to have fun doing it. Didn't really have any results, and I jumped in. And I spent about a year falling flat on my face, failing before I learned how to do it properly. Other people already have a business. They have a job as well, and they know their business is doing well. Their business is their passion. Their job they hate. Why the heck are you holding on to your job? Go for that business. Give all of your energy and all of your effort into this business so that it can grow. It's like anything organic in our lives. You need to give it energy in order for it to grow. And so if you're at that point and you know this business is something you have to do, I want to encourage you right now in this video to think about your exit strategy. Don't go into it carelessly like I did, but think about your exit strategy. How can you give all of your time and all of your energy to this business, because that's who you are and that's what's important to you, and that's what's going to make your life blossom. You get to the end of your life, you're going to be like, bam, I'm so glad I did that, because that is what made my life better. So if that's you and you're in that transition mode, think about it. Devise a strategy. Realize there's going to be a terror barrier you have to go through. It's going to be frightening. Just get over it and realize that if it's something you have to do, you can do it. You can just figure it out. Get help, get mentors, whatever. But you can figure it out. Just come up with your plan.